Mark and Julie will come by, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Thank you for coming on down tonight and joining us. Not just with our game, but we also enjoy this aspect of it, a variety of different people. And this evening, our guest speaker is a gentleman by the name of Scotty McDonald. Scotty and I have met several years ago through a connection with King Lake Christian Campus outside of Fresno, California. Scotty was on staff
Oh, hey,
for
Larry.
several years and no longer works on staff at camp, but he's a licensed fishing guide for California and Nevada.
Cool.
California only?
Cool.
Pyramid Lake?
I just checked it.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Scotty's going to be talking to you this evening about some hunting and fishing adventures. You will, I'm sure, enjoy his presentation and at least get a laugh out of it. Keep in mind, he's of Scottish descent. So what he tells you is doubtful. Very neat. So, my friend Scotty McDonald.
Yeah, hi guys.
Yay. Hello.
You guys good? Did you have fun?
Yeah, we had
Awesome,
fun.
right?
Had fun.
I'm standing back here so I can read my notes, okay?
All right.
So I'm so full. You guys like stuffed? We'll
Yeah.
only talk for 3 hours. Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen. I wanted to know, because I wrote this part. How many of you guys are veterans? Anybody? I love you guys. Thank you. My son is too. And police officers, first responders. Yep. See? This is my crowd. This is great. So thank you for that. I really want to say thank you. Did any of you guys bring any of the animals, the food that we ate? One, two. Thank you. That's awesome, right? We got to do that. I can't believe it. So, a little bit about me. So, grew up in the church and loved church as a kid. Then I became just a regular kid that went out and raced, hunted and fished. That was my thing, right? I was always out and doing things. I was not really. I knew I was always saved since I was a little guy and following Jesus, but I wasn't following Jesus. I was doing my own thing. So that's one. Married 39 years right now, and I'm stoked about that. So that's pretty cool. My wife just finished a big thing for Hume Lake, and that's great. So that's a good thing. We have 3 kids, and my oldest, she loves fishing. She loves it. The water fills her soul. And that's what's so good. We talked about that. The water, man, when you touch water, it fills you. It's good for you. It just is a great thing. And it also does more later. But my middle kid, she likes coffee.
Coffee.
It's like she likes coffee. She and her dog. She doesn't do anything outdoors. She's a city kid, and that's great. And my son, he's funny. He's retired from the military, done with the Marines. He's all good. Did his Army tour also.
Yep.
He's all good doing that. He's now a welder and going to diesel mechanic school, and I'm stoked for him on that. But this little guy, I would take him out on the blind when he was 4 years old. Throw him up on my shoulder. We would head out to Mendota, and we would go out there with him, and I'd put him in the blind. He'd eat his little donuts, and he'd have a great time. We'd shoot a duck or whatever, and he'd just like that. That was fun for him, and he enjoyed those. But his big deal is turkeys. Mac likes turkey hunting. He doesn't really care about duck hunting anymore. He's like, I want to hunt turkeys, and he loves turkeys. So that is his thing. For me, I'm going to go back a little bit, but the guy that you guys are seeing today is different than the old Scotty. Okay?
The old Scotty.
The old guy, different. That's a different dude. The guy that you guys see today is from Jesus, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When I was before Hume Lake, okay, I was on the job site and I was a drywall finisher. Anybody do that?
No.
No? Any painters in here? Okay, he's back there. So I did that, and I was a drywall finisher, and my friend came up to me. This is before Hume Lake, and he said, "Scotsman, you're a joke." And I said, "What?" He says, "You are no different than any other guy on this job site." He goes, "You're no different. You're a saint. You're pretending that you are a different guy, but you're not. You're not doing anything different. You're not showing the light of Jesus. You're just a regular old Joe, same as everybody on the job site." And he called me out,
Yeah.
and that really hurt. I did not like that, you know? And it took me a while, and I said, "Well, let's talk about the weather." And that was it. So once I started doing that, I thought about it, and it kind of cut me to the quick, right? You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
somebody calls you out, and you're like, I am a dork. I wasn't doing that, and it was true. And I needed to remember that, and it sure helped me to remember that. And when he did that, a week went by. After that week went by, we had a thing called Pottersfield Ministries. Anybody hear of that?
No.
No. Okay, so Pottersfield Ministries, this guy came up to present his mission and his thing. And this is not hunting yet, not fishing yet, I'm getting there. And he says, you know, you need, and he just plainly told me the gospel and the good news, which I already heard. But God was working on me from my friend Richie, who is a true friend, calling you out. That's what brother sharpen, iron sharpens iron. And when he did that, I thought, I'm doing this. And I was way back there. And I walked forward in my church. Everybody knew I went to church. But that day forward, I said, that's it. I'm serving God, and I'm going to do what he wants.
Yeah.
Because the old Scott was all about Scott. That was it. I had my own thing going. I was a duck hunter. I had 10 labs. We would field trial. We were doing hunt tests. We had a ball, but it was all about that. I thought I was going to do this. God said, no, I got a new plan. So finished my last job on the job site. Once I finished that job, we sold the house. I said, okay, God, I'm doing whatever you want. Sold my house. A guy named Mike Drake called me and said, Scott, I hear that you need a job and I need a painter. So I'm getting there, right? We're getting to some hunting, but I ended up saying yes. I hate painting. How many of you guys hate painting? Yeah, right? Almost everybody hates painting, but sometimes it's the way it goes. And God said, I need you to be a painter. So we said, all right, I'll be there in a week. And I came up with my whole family. We sold the house. They put me in the first trailer on the right in what we called Honeymoon Hollow. It was just a little single-wide trailer. And I moved from Southern California to Hume Lake up in the mountains. It was awesome. And painted. Things went by. I did 24 years working there. Had 4 back surgeries. And that was it, right? And they said, hey, you're all done. God said, I got a new thing for you. I said, awesome. What do we do? And I'm a fly fishing guy now. I've been fly fishing for all these years, but now it's a full-time job. Okay? Does that make sense? So now I'm doing that, still serving God differently. And this is the fun part. Just before coming up here, I get in a car crash. So this is kind of crazy. So my 4Runner, I have rod racks on it. You know what I'm talking about. So it's all tricked out. I've got my box in the back. I've got 25 fly rods in there. I'm all ready to go. It's all my truck. And I forgot about